Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-dudes.com. We are tasting beers. That's what we do on this channel sometimes.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. But we do have another SMaSH beer for you. We're learning about hops. Hopefully you like to learn about hops too. And today we have a SMaSH beer that I made with Waimea hops. They are a New Zealand variety, dual purpose, bred for their bittering properties, but pull through a lot of good flavors and aromas. This is a SMaSH beer that I made in a 1 gallon batch, and so it does have a little bit of bittering, has a little bit of additions right towards the end of the boil, and of course we dry hop a little bit with it, try to pull those aromas through. So
you guys should know how this is done by now, right?
Hopefully. So this is what we've been doing for, I don't know, maybe a couple of years now. But every time there's like these weird hops, I just bought Medusa hops. We'll be brewing with those soon. So, but this is Waimea. This is New Zealand. It was one of the things that I wanted to brew the last time we did a poll. So this was like the very sad loser, but we finally got around to brewing with them, and here's a 1 gallon batch. Mike's been sipping and drinking, and he's putting his thoughts together, and as we like to do, Mike comments, talks about what he's tasting and perceiving through his nostrils, and then we can read what the commercial descriptions
and we
say.
see how good my palate is compared to commercial descriptions.
Yeah, and it's always a challenge, and he's on the hot seat.
2 for 7 or something.
He's got really low self-esteem when it comes to this, but that's the whole name of the game. That's kind of the fun.
You got to break them down before you build them up.
That's right, all the way down. Here we go. All right, Mike. What are you getting out of this beer? What are you getting out of this?
I get a very like a white grape aroma, almost a blueberry aroma that is, but is in a non-sweet way, sort of like blueberries without the skin on them. To be honest with you, don't ask me how I know.
No. Because you peel blueberries in your off hours.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Because you're bored.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. There's actually a subtle. There's a subtle, almost diacetyl-like aroma to it, but I don't taste it, and I wonder if it's just the aroma. There's something in the aroma that might come out in the description that is tricking my mind. But I definitely get some tangerine, and maybe some sort of like melon flavor profile. I don't really taste a diacetyl or have a slickness in the presentation. And I wouldn't think, I haven't seen anybody report diacetyl coming from hops yet, so but you never know.
Not yet. I'm getting a slight diacetyl from the Waimea hops.
So I mean, I think the fermentation is clean. There's just something about the aroma is tricking my mind, and the only way I can describe it is butter.
Interesting.
You know, in the flavor profile, I mean, there's almost like a biscuity quality to it, but I know it's just a SMaSH beer, so.
Yeah, and this is definitely just American two-row.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all it is. This is I use.
You should buy like a 50-pound sack of two-row, so it's the same two-row all the time. But then, of course, it'll get older, and then I'll be like, this is old, huh?
Yeah, I can taste that this malt is.
This sack of malt was produced in Oregon.
Awful. Yes,
in 2015. On the sunny side of a...
All right, do you have any other descriptors?
No, I'm getting... The aroma is grapey, blueberry-ish, but the flavor profile is more of a tangerine and a melon. I'm hedging my bets.
Okay, but I think you... So, full of pleasant surprises.
Maybe there's a subtle... Maybe that's like a subtle garlic or onion, bell pepper thing.
No, we use that way too much for these new ones. So you're overthinking it.
I am.
Now you're just like connecting it to other ones.
I'm against the ropes. I'm against the ropes.
I think you should stick with tangerine because
yes,
it's bursting with fresh Tangelo. Tangelo.
Tangelo?
When was the last time you had a Tangelo?
I don't know.
A long time ago for
What is
me,
it?
like elementary school. I remember.
Really?
Yes, I remember like. The
What is a
teacher-
Tangelo?
I don't remember really, but I remember we had it, and I was like,
Okay.
all right, this is kind of like a
So like a
tangerine.
Mixture between a tangerine and a
I'll
orange
have
or
to look
something?
it up. That's the thing about these things. Like they use these descriptors, and I
Yeah.
go to buy exotic fruit. I've been buying mangoes. Gosh darn
Just
it!
to try.
Just to try.
Yeah, but you can get mangoes at different ripenesses.
Yes, I know, and that's actually the first week I bought one. I got a nice ripe one. It was great,
And the sad thing is around here we only get like yellow mangoes.
and that's why I looked
Right?
for the
There's
ones with
so
the red
other
ones.
different types of mangoes
Yeah.
out there.
The ones that I saw were like the green, yellow, and then they ripen to red.
Yeah.
Like I got a nice red one. It was like,
We should transfer that conversation to the tropicalfruit-dudes.com.
Yes,
site.
that's the other blog we're starting. If you guys are into it, we're gonna like start eating tropical fruit and talking about the hop like tender. Oh yes, this smells like Waimea hops.
biting into pineapples.
So fresh Tangelo, citrus fruits, and pine needle character. No pine needle.
Pine needle.
That doesn't taste like butter.
Well, you know what? No, it isn't. But now that you say pine needle, I remember I was gonna throw out the word resin
Yeah.
earlier on, and it slipped my mind because I got thinking about peeling blueberries.
Very hard to do. Very
Yeah,
hard to do.
yeah. There's definitely a resin-y quality to this.
Yeah.
Again, you know what? I think that this is not a front stage hop player. I think that this is a great filling player. Like we've talked about
Yeah.
before, how certain hops really scream a certain character. But if you wanted to use multiple hops in concert, I think Waimea would probably be a great way to fill in the gaps between something like a Chinook and then a big old Mosaic or a Galaxy,
Yeah.
or, you know?
One of those other ones. Yeah.
Little Columbus, little Waimea, little Galaxy.
Yep.
You'd probably be off to the races there.
I agree. It's funny that they say like the alpha. Shoot, I forgot. Hold on. Let me click on a few.
It smells to me like probably like 14%.
Alpha acids are 16 to 19%.
Oh.
The typical range. So that's why they were bred for that bittering
So they're a
quality.
little bit resiny, yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if that's why I only use a very small amount.
Yeah.
At the very beginning of the boil.
Not to make you open the notes again, but does it say what? Do you know what the parental lineages are of this guy?
No, I didn't see that.
We'll have to try and put that.
We'll
in
have
the
to look that up.
descriptor.
Yep, sorry.
Description.
Yep. The ones from New Zealand.
Oh yeah,
You know,
New Zealand.
It's I gotta-
You know, you said New Zealand, and I was throwing the
Motika
grape thing out there
Research
because of
Center.
the-
I need to call them up and see.
Yeah.
You know what they're.
we should get him on the show.
I'll call them up in the middle of the night. It'll be
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe we can Skype him in
mid-afternoon.
because
there.
we have the hardware for that.
We sure do. Yeah. So. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Waimea hops.
Waimea.
So even though they have high alpha acids, I think you're totally right. I don't think that you could bitter with these, but I think they're better placed
Yeah.
right in that flavor addition. I'd love to have these like in 15 minutes, like to go in the boil. You know, and
Yeah, because there is a
complement with
nice
something there.
aroma quality towards the end of it.
Yeah.
But the bitterness is fairly firm.
Yeah. Yep.
Success.
Yay. So what do you think? I mean, I like tangerine. I like that as another like kind of an angle on citrus. So I've
Yeah.
always thought that you could blend, a really strong grapefruit, lemon, and orangey, maybe
Yeah.
even Tangelo.
Yeah.
All of these could blend in well together if you had just had like understood which hops actually fit those different citrus profiles, and then where they fit into the boil. They're going to have them pull out.
I just like the way that we have the opportunity in some of these hops now to get away from just straight up grapefruit and blend together lemon, lime, tangerine, things like that, and sort of not have grapefruit.
Yes.
I think that's one of the things that I think is pretty unique.
No, I agree. I mean, that's when craft beers started coming into my experience with craft beer.
Yeah.
It was all about drinking grapefruit juice to me.
Yeah.
But now it's much different.
Yeah.
And now it's all about papaya. It's all about mango. I mean, I can't wait to start.
Peeled blueberries.
Can't wait to start tropical-fruit-dudes.com.
Yes.
Because that's going to be a big winner. for
Probably will be.
for everybody.
It's gonna be huge.
We'll just see how they compare to like actual hops that we've
Yes.
tasted.
Yes.
Like, well, this papaya tastes clearly like mosaic hops, as you know. I've been peeling blueberries all day, and this tastes like mosaic hops too. All right, I think that's enough.
I think it's great.
All right, so that's what we got. Waimea hops. Hopefully, if you like Tangelos, you're gonna love this hop variety. For John and Mike, brew-dudes.com. Brew on.
Cheers.